Welcome back, everyone. Phoenix 3 here today, and I'm bringing you some more Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire news. This video is going to be about Mega Pidgeot, if you couldn't tell by the title. But yesterday, or sometime early today, they released the demo for the Pokemon game in Japan, and the game has pretty much already been dissected. When I found that out, I was hoping that we could learn a little more about Mega Pidgeot, and we do. It's not much more, but we learn about its base stats, and that's what's important. Now, I want to talk about its base stats because most of you may not know, but all Mega Pokemon either got a 90 to a 100 point stat increase to their base stats. Normally, this increase made that Pokemon better at doing what it does. But the thing is Pidgeot isn't really particularly good at doing anything per se. So giving it a boost to its base stats doesn't really make it do any one thing better. But they did give it a heavy boost to its special attack base stat. Now I was a little worried about that because at the time I didn't know that all the Pokemon only got about a 100 point increase. I thought they was just kind of just like making numbers up for the most part. But considering Pidgeot's special attack base stat is so low, and to where they would have to put the majority of that 100 point total towards the special attack, it kind of made its other stats not as good as it could. But they did give it a 20 point boost in speed. Now, I should say these here are the demo stats. I don't know if this is finalized or anything. It might be, it might not be. But as a avid Pidgeot user myself, I can say that I'm actually not impressed with the increase that they did. Pidgeot, and like Beedrill or other weaker Pokemon, they should get a more concentrated base stat boost, something greater than 100 points. I'm thinking 200 would be fair to increase the base stats of Pidgeot and Beedrill. Now, unlike at least Beedrill, Pidgeot doesn't really gain an ability that helps its offense in battle. If we look at Mawile, its Mega got an ability that doubles its attack stat. Beedrill also got adaptability, which also increases the moves of increases the strength of its weakest move. I believe is what the ability does. But Pidgeot simply just got no guard. It allows it to use moves that would normally miss and allow all those moves to hit. So all moves Pidgeot use become 100% accurate. Now that means we get to use things like Heat Wave without it missing, Hurricane without it missing, and I know since everybody's on the Hurricane hype train, I should also throw out that you also have access to Hyper Beam, which is a 150 base power move, which goes up to about 225 with Stab. So a really powerful option there with Pidgeot, Mega Pidgeot's base 135 special attack. But the ability isn't really all that great because, sure, you never miss your target when you hit with a move, but nothing ever misses Pidgeot as well. And in the competitive game, things like thunder type attacks, ice type attacks, and rock type attacks are fairly common. So if you're planning on playing in something like the video game championships, where attacks like Blizzard and Rock Slide are common, you're going to be in the world trouble because those attacks are never going to miss against Mega Pidgeot, which is also the reason why I don't really care for its buffs that it got in attack and speed, because it really needs those in defense as well, so it can take a hit better. Sure, its defense goes to 80 from 75, but that's not that big an improvement. I mean, anything that will hit Pidgeot will hit Mega Pidgeot just as hard. Same thing with special attacks, or yeah, same thing with special attacks. Pidgeot's special defense got a 10-point buff, but that's still not enough because the special attacks that are going to hit Pidgeot for super effective damage are still going to hit it hard. Like with all the other Mega Pokemon, when they got a boost to their stats are already good to begin with. So those boosts just made the stats that much better. For example, with Garchomp, a Pokemon who already has almost 400 attack, gets a boost and makes that attack over 400. Tyranitar has over 400 attack. Dragonite doesn't have a Mega yet, but he should get one. There's another Pokemon that got it. Salamence gets one as well. Also, another Pokemon with over 400 attack is going to be getting a boost in those offensive stats to make it better at what it does. The thing is with Pidgeot, it's not really good at one thing. It tries to be good at a lot of other things, but Pidgeot's moveset isn't that great for the stats they're giving it. The reason I should say they should increase the stats more is because Pidgeot also doesn't have access to any good buff moves. It doesn't learn Swords Dance. It doesn't learn Dragon Dance, Shell Smash. It doesn't have anything like that. Where the Pokemon that have Megas have access to things like Sword Dance and other moves. So making it bigger when it Mega Evolves by increasing its stats a lot more than all the other Megas would actually get would make it more fair to the person using that Mega Pidgeot, because you can only have one Mega on your team, and you really shouldn't have to fight for like the spot of your Mega. Like every other Mega is good at something. It offers something, whether it's more power, an ability that adds to defense or offense or something like that. But Pidgeot's kind of the oddball here, because Pidgeot's really only looking out for itself for the most part. And while I am glad it has a Mega, but I'm not really liking the stats on it. They need to increase it a little bit. So what I was suggesting that they should do is increase its stats by another 100 points, preferably maybe by 100 or 150. But here I only have it by another 100 point increase. I took its attack and put it up to 101. I took its defense, raised it to 95. Special attack, put it at 150. Special defense, put it at 95. And speed, put it at 155. The reason I put the speed up so high is because Pidgeot can fly at Mach 2 speeds. That's something that needs to be stressed with this Pokemon here. It should have a higher speed stat than most of the Pokemon in the game, and they don't really do that. Sure, 121 speed is nice, but Mega Beedrill is faster than Pidgeot, and Beedrill can't move anywhere near, the speed of sound. Yet it's faster than Pidgeot. There's a problem there. So it's just a consistency thing, I guess. The bigger special defense and defense stats are gonna let it take those hits a little bit better. It's not gonna take it much better, but it's going to increase the survivability of it. The 150 special attack is also just there to make it that big of a special threat. You see a Mega Pidgeot, you're going to worry about a Hurricane or a Hyper Beam coming from it. And the attack stat at 101 is just so you can, if you want to use a physical one, you can. The attack will be high enough, or you can use it as a mixed set. Like for example, since Pidgeot doesn't have any hit and run type moves, you could put U-turn on it and it'll still deal some pretty decent damage. Just options like that. And having these stats here, put it over the 600 base stat, which is where most megas sit at right now, and it'll be good. Even if we don't have to put 150 in its special attack, we could just leave that at 35 and put that in attack somewhere, or balance out the defense stats. But Pidgeot needs a bigger stat so it can be a little more useful. Like overall, for the most part, people already have their megas decided. If anything, people are probably going to stick with their Mega Kangaskhan's or Mega Blazekins or whatever. I'm making Mega Pidgeot my Mega. That's always going to be my Mega. I'm not going to change it out for anything, because I've been waiting for this for a long time. But that's pretty much all we get here in the game from Pidgeot. We learn a little bit more about some of the other Megas. They also revealed Mega Steelix and Mega Glalie. I believe that's how you say his name. They revealed those Pokemon. You know, nothing I really don't care too much about, though. But I guess next thing I'm looking forward to is Mega Zangoose. But they already pretty much leaked all the contents of the actual demo. They said there's a spot, or there's 5 spots there for additional Megas. So maybe Zangoose and Survivor did get Megas. We don't know. We'll find out when we actually get the game. But overall, I'm not too impressed with the base stats, because they had to put a lot somewhere for Pidgeot just to make it better, which is why I feel the 100 stat limit against Pidgeot and Beedrill are kind of biased, because their stats aren't that high to begin with. So it's not like it is with Mega Garchomp, where you can add 20 points to its attack stat, because its attack stat is already, or its attack base stat is already what, 300 and, or no, its base stat is what, 132, 134, something like that. But you don't have to add a lot to that to make it bigger. So you can do things like round out its defense stats. They even took away from its speed stat and added somewhere else. But, you know, with Pidgeot and Beedrill, they had to take in, you know, 70 or 80% of the points they could put somewhere and put them in just those one stats. But Mega Beedrill is looking pretty nice, though. 150 attack, 145 speed. That's pretty sick. I just wish they did the same thing with Pidgeot. Maybe if they wouldn't just left its stats the same way and just put its special attack at like 170 and its speed at like 150 or something. Just leave it like that. It'll be fine. But since Pidgeot is bigger, I feel they should give it more defense as well. And I would actually like to see an extra 200 points. Not an extra 200 points, but I would like to see a 200 point total go into Pidgeot's Mega as well as Beedrill's Mega, because these are Pokemon that really need it. These are Pokemon that I feel are going to really show the game off, give people some other options. But oh, and one more thing. It turns out Mega Pidgeot is 7 feet 4 inches tall. That's a big ass bird. Like, I was on the official Pokemon page and I noticed that. I was like, hold on, what's 7'4"? And it's like, oh, Mega Pidgeot's 7'4". Now I was like, dang, that's this big bird. Because Pidgeot's only 4'7", so it gets way bigger, which I think is kind of cool. But I felt Pidgeot should have been about the same size anyway. I mean, if you're going to ride a bird, the bird has to be bigger than you. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that right there. Just learn a little bit about Mega Pidgeot, and felt like I had to talk about it a little bit, you know. Base stats and all are cool, but they could be better. So, if you guys liked the video, leave comments below. Tell me some of the things you like about Mega Pidgeot. Tell me some things you don't like about Mega Pidgeot. Or you don't even have to talk about Mega Pidgeot. Just talk about, like, Beedrill or the Pokemon you feel like should have a Mega. You know, subscribe to my channel, because I'm always going to be doing more content like this and stuff in the future. And if there is any more news about Mega Pidgeot, you can find it here. You might not get it here first, because it takes a while to get the whole video set up going and stuff. But you best believe I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to say something about it. So you guys come check me out too. But this here is Phoenix 3, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.